Good morning, boys and girls. I hope that you're having a great day so far. It is a little bit rainy out today, but hopefully that will clear up and it won't be raining all day long. Today I wanted to kind of break down how the third packet is different from packets 1 and 2. This packet is packet number 3, and it is just for this week. So from April 20th to April 24th. It's just a 1-week packet. I believe that after this week, the packets will go back to broken up by day. So it'll go back to day 1, day 2, day 3. But this packet is different. Instead of being broken up by day, it's broken up by subject. So there's a section for literacy, which is reading and writing, and there's a bunch of different activities listed for reading and writing there. Then there's a section for math, and there's a bunch of different activities there. And then there's a section for science, and there's activities that you can choose from there. So what you're going to do, every day you're going to pick one activity to do from every subject. So you should do something that's reading. You should do something that is writing. You should do something that's math. And you should do something that is science. So you should be doing 4 activities, one from every subject each day. In addition, your packet says, choose one activity from each content menu below to complete daily. So that's what I just said. One reading activity, one writing, one math, one content, which is science or social studies, every day this week. It says, in addition to those activities that you choose, make time each day to read for at least 30 minutes. And it says, for the pure enjoyment of reading. So it's a book that you choose that you want to read for 30 minutes. Visit Dreambox and play for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Choose one of the math games from packets 1 and 2 to play with at least one other person. And revisit the activities you particularly enjoyed or those that prompted a lot of discussion, questions, inquiries. So if there's an activity that you did from one of the old packets that you really loved, like maybe the light experiment, where you had a flashlight or a phone light, and you had to see what objects the light could shine through and what objects the light couldn't shine through. If you want to do that again, you can feel free to do that again. But those things are in addition to, that means doing more than what you have to do every day. And what you have to do every day is do one activity from reading, one from writing, one from math, and one from content. And you can look at the activities that are listed for literacy, and you can pick one that you want to do that day. So at the end of the week, you should have at least 5 things done for each subject. At the end of the week, you need to pick 2 examples of work from each subject. So it should be something that shows your best work. It should demonstrate what you learned in reading, writing, math, and content this week. So pick 2 things at the end of the week. Pick 2 things from reading that you did that you think are your best work. Pick 2 things from writing that you think are your best. Pick 2 things that you did for math and 2 things that you did from content that you think are your best work, and your mom or dad or adult who's watching you can take pictures of those 2 activities per subject and email them to me or Mr. Overton or upload them to a Google Drive. But that's how we will be able to see what you're turning in. And we can give you feedback. Feedback means we can tell you if what the work you did looks great. Maybe we can tell you how you could extend it further, or maybe do something even more challenging. Or if we notice some things that you could work on more to maybe understand even better, we'll tell you that. But for the 4th marking period, we're going to be keeping track of which students turn things in and in what subject. So that's why it's really important that you turn in work in every subject. We're going to be keeping track of who turns work in from each subject and who's not turning things in. And if you turn things from reading in, but you don't turn things from math in, for your report card for 4th quarter, we're going to be able to say they turned in stuff for reading, but not for math. So at the end of this week, you're picking 2 of the activities that you did from each subject to send pictures to me or Mr. Overton. So if you're picking 2 things from reading, 2 things from writing, 2 things from math, and 2 things from content, at the end of the week, you should be sending me pictures of, let's count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. You should be sending Mrs. Savage or Mr. Overton 8 pictures or 8 activities at the end of this week. So it says that you can select 2 examples of each: reading possibilities, a written response, any of the reading activities that you did, or a video of you reading. That could be one of your reading activities that you send. 2 writing assignments from the packet that you think are your best work, 2 math problem solving tasks, which includes pictures, numbers, and words. 2, you could turn those in for math, 2 of them. And science or social studies possibilities, a written response, scientific drawing or models, picture of completed sort. So those are the science or social studies things that you could choose from. And those are all activities that are listed under those subjects in the packet. I know this is a lot of information. This is more so really for the adults. But so for literacy, for example, the first one says, the first kind of column says reading. Read the nonfiction text Animals, Animals. Ask a family member to read it to you if you need help. Then you would do a reader's response. Identify the main idea and the key details in the text. Use the chart below to help you record your thinking. And then there's a picture of a chart about main idea and details. You could copy that onto a bigger page and write the main idea, which is the big idea. It's not the little pieces, it's the big idea of the book. And the details are the things that support that main idea, or that they tell us that tell us why that main idea is the big idea. Then there's some options for writing. For writing, it says, think about, this is in the next column over, think about a chore or task you have to do while at home. Create a how-to book that explains how to do your chore or task. So example, taking out the trash, making your bed, feeding a pet. And then it breaks down how your book should be. So introduction. If you said, I can take out the trash, this is how I take out the trash. And then each page, you would list the steps of how to take out the trash. You would use transition words. We said transition words are words like first, next, then, finally, things like that. Those are your transition words that you would use at the beginning of each page of your how-to book. So I'm kind of right now listing off the activities that you could do for literacy. You're going to pick one and do that today. Each day you're doing one activity from each subject. At the end of the week, you'll pick 2 of the things that you already did from each subject to send to me in pictures. So today you're going to do one thing for reading, one thing for writing, one thing for math, and one thing for content. I was just listing off some of the examples that are in the literacy section, which is reading and writing. So there's lots of different things that you could choose from. Like I said, today is the first day of packet 3, so you're going to be choosing one activity from the menu. It's called a menu because it gives you choices, just like a menu at a restaurant. You have a menu full of choices. That's what this week's work is like. You can have your parent help you read through the choices of what you can do for each subject and help you pick one for today. Pick one for reading, one for writing, one for math, one for content. Tomorrow I will kind of break down, I think I'm going to break down each subject. Today I kind of wanted just to do a video that explains what you do, how this packet kind of works, just break down the expectations for packet number 3. Tomorrow I'll go into each subject and kind of break down those choices. If you guys run into any questions, please feel free to email me, ask me questions. I'm here to help make this as easy a transition as possible. I just need to have submitted work for each subject by the end of the week. And that's 2 things per subject by the end of the week. So don't worry about that until the end of this week. Each day, just have them do 1 activity from each subject and then pick 2 at the end of the week from each subject to take pictures and send to me. That way I can give them a grade of TI turned in for each subject. Mr. Overton and I will be keeping track of who turns in what. Remember, if you turn something in for reading but not for math, you'll see different grades turned in and not turned in. So make sure you're submitting something for each and every subject. Tomorrow I will, like I said, break down more each subject and the choices that are listed in the menu. Today I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand what the expectations for packet 3 are. So if you, like I said, have any questions, please let me know. I'm here for you. I love you. I miss you, students, and I will be on video tomorrow.